It is now.
Welcome to A View from the Stands podcast. In this week's episode, we discuss the return of the Premier League. We've also got friend and fan of the pod, Mark Metcalfe, to join us. Hopefully this is something you enjoy, and if you do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Spotify. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy.
Hello, welcome back to a special bonus episode of View from the Stands podcast. This week we're back with a season preview with the season restarting this week. In a week where Marcus Rashford is potential next Prime Minister, Conal's been Googling his own name apparently, and everyone's getting excited for football restarting. We're back with another podcast. And this week you'll notice an unfamiliar face down in the bottom right-hand corner, maybe. Probably not in the bottom right-hand corner. Mark, how's it going?
Hello, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, if Mark is a Newcastle fan, so he won't be looking forward to the season restarting, probably. But we just bring him in to give some more insight on what is a big week for football and a very unusual week for a season to be restarting in mid-June. So how does everyone feel about the season restart? Is everyone looking forward to it?
I feel brilliant.
Brilliant.
You know what?
It's a great way to sum it up.
No,
Mate,
you know
to be
what?
honest with you,
Go on.
I wouldn't feel brilliant if I was you. You lost 2-0 to us, mate.
Yeah, well, what we're doing is we're getting all the bad results out early. No, actually,
that's the bad
no,
result.
I'm actually going to put it out here right now. I think we'll go.
Oh,
unbeaten. I
God.
think we're going to go unbeaten.
Unbeaten? How many games you got
that's
left?
9 games. Genuinely, I'm not even joking. I've said it.
Honestly, are you even having some of them brownies again?
Huh? No, we've got West Ham, got Bournemouth, we've got Aston Villa, easy win, Everton, Burnley, Crystal Palace, Chelsea and Arsenal.
Oh, you've had too many blue smarties. Too many blue
And
smarties.
Sheffield United.
Yeah. No,
Mate,
you
I
said
reckon
it.
you'll only
No,
win
you
about
said
3
it.
of
Yeah.
Easy.
How much money do you want to put on that?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. But I've said it now, so that's what I think.
You have got one of the easiest runs, haven't you, in terms of teams in the Premier League now, I think. You would be up there one of the easiest. Well, easiest. Say that. It's probably one of the hardest in terms of all the relegation teams are going to be trying so hard to keep themselves up. And if anything, it's probably one of the harder games, actually, Conal. So
No, we haven't got
could
that
be in
many.
trouble.
We've got more mid-table teams, really.
West Ham, Villa, Bournemouth. That's 3 of them.
Crystal Palace, Burnley, Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, Europe, mate.
No, they won't be when
You
we're
are.
beating them. Yeah.
So in
Super
your
hard.
We'll
opinion,
see what
Conal, then
happens.
it's top
Yeah.
4 then, Conal? Top 4 finish?
Yes, I think so.
If you're saying you'll go unbeaten, that means you should finish inside the top 4. So you can put your money
I
where your
reckon.
mouth is.
Yeah, I reckon.
We sit here in, how many weeks we got for the end of the season? About 8 weeks in it. We do a podcast at the end of the
something like
that.
season to sum this up. We'll come back to this and say, you said they'll definitely 100%, you put your house on it, that they're coming in the top 4.
Yes, okay.
We'll clip
Right.
that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have that
Jesus.
clipped up. You can all get in touch on social media to give Conal, not abuse, I'm not condoning abuse, but everyone can get in
Nah,
and remember
you
this.
can.
No, don't. I get enough of that on here.
Right. So another 2 person who might not be so confident, Tom. Villa staying up, going down.
Gotta say we're staying up. I know. I've got to say it. You know what I mean? I've got to say it. You might not believe it, but
Going down.
Conor, I'm not taking any shit off you, mate, after what you've just said.
We'll see.
Are you 100% put your house on it that Villa are staying up, or are you more on
Not
the
a
cautious
chance.
side?
Mate, no, I don't know.
How big of a
You've got-
game is the Wednesday one against Sheffield United?
It's massive. It's massive, isn't it? Because lose that, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I know it's only 1 game, and then you've got another 9 after. But I just feel like if we lose against Sheffield United, then it's just going to go downhill from there, sort of thing. I think we have to get something just to kick on with, really. Yeah.
How much of it is it home though? Is it home?
Oh yeah,
with,
true.
With no crowd, yeah. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
true.
How much will it affect teams like Villa, who were very good at home this season, so Tom keeps saying, how much will it affect them?
And it's a team Villa have always, it's a hard place to go in it because the fans are so good at home.
Yeah,
without the fans there, so.
I don't know, because I feel like obviously we're going to, you're losing that 12th man, as they say, but at the same time, I've been reading things where players like Grealish and McGinn are saying some of these lads in training, are superb, but it just seems that they can't deal with the pressure on a match day, or so it might be better for those sort of players. I reckon it's probably players like Douglas Luiz and Nakamba. Do you know what I mean? The sort of these young players coming from abroad can't quite hack it in the Premier League yet.
Yeah,
this might suit them. You just don't know, do you? It's impossible to say, really. I mean, I'd definitely not stick my neck on the line and say something stupid.
Not in the same way Conal was. Where does everyone then see this? How big's the effect of fans not being there? Where does everyone see that affecting the season? Do you think it's a leveling factor between teams now because there's no home and away advantage? So you'll now see who are the better and worse teams, or do you think there's still going to be less of an effect?
I don't know. I think in some ways it will help some players out who are low on confidence, etc. So things like that, which this season has been going their way and the fans will get on their back. Whereas there's players who just thrive off of fans and work like there's other players, which work so well off of the fans and the atmosphere. So I think you'll see both sides of it. I think really in all teams.
See the Australian rugby, and they had fan noises getting pumped into the stadium. Like a normal game, to be fair.
They did that on La Liga as well yesterday.
Yeah, Bundesliga as well have had it. It makes it so much better. It's so much easier to watch, I find.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about that La Liga game. Roberto, our mate, came on.
Yeah, you were sending us videos, weren't you, in the group chat of it?
You know what? It's actually one of the best games I've ever seen him play. If he hadn't been in goal, they would have lost like 6-0.
And what did they lose?
2, I think. No, it was 2.
How many did he concede?
2.
So it was one of his best games. He still conceded twice. I think that says everything you need to know about Roberto.
To be fair, it was the defence fault. But...
Also, sorry, how many Roberto games have you seen now?
Oh no, just that one. Well, I think some of West Ham was best.
He's just been watching YouTube comps of Roberto and judging him off of those. You can't judge him until you've seen him play the full 90 minutes. There's a lot more to his game than just letting in howlers, I think. Believe. We'll go to Mark then. Mark, how do you see Newcastle doing for the rest of the season?
Sorry, Mark, before you start, can you just turn around a second and show me that Gale card? Can you go get it, please?
I forgot that was there, to be honest.
He's got to show this. He has to.
I'm intrigued.
Signed by the man himself.
Signed Dwight Gale in form card.
Wow.
And, let me say first, I didn't buy it or anything like that. Back in the day, it must have been, what's that, FIFA 16?
That's Championship. When you were
Championship.
Yeah, like
he got an informed card, and then the Twitter account done a giveaway, retweeting if you win, you get the signed card. So I thought, yeah, fine, I'll chuck a retweet on. Next day, they asked me for my address and that.
Oh, wow.
And while we're at it, Mark, you may as well get the Papa Cisse one while we're at it, mate, honestly.
This is just shot on sale now.
Memorabilia, he's selling it.
With a setup in the background. Signed photo of Papa Cisse.
Wow.
That Chelsea goal.
Cost me, after the Chelsea goal, cost me about 12 quid.
What
So we did buy that one.
I bought this one,
Oh, wow.
And
I'm thinking about that FIFA card. They never posted that through the door, did they? That was one that they had to leave on the doorstep.
Yeah,
it's not a letterbox. That wasn't a letterbox job, was it? At that size. God.
My mum's had to open the door and go, "What on earth have you?"
Would have been better if they set down the cameras and everything. You know, when they surprise a fan or something, they said Dwight Gale to present you with the card.
7-hour trip. 7-hour trip to Southampton.
Yeah, to the other end of the country.
Oh God!
Cheers. Didn't really want it.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
I bet they were fuming when they picked you to win it with the postage on that. They were thinking, it's all right. If there's someone from the Newcastle area, it's all right, we'll be able to send someone out in a car and deliver that. First class recorded delivery on it. Nightmare. So apart from all the signed memorabilia, how's Newcastle season going to go?
I mean, I think I'm pretty sure we're safe now because we're a fair few points above everyone else. So even if we play as we've been playing all season, which is pretty badly, I think we'll be all right. But the whole season we've been getting away with it and nicking points here and there with awful performances. So
Bruce out.
Right. No, that's Brucey for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what he does. You don't play attractive football, but you just get results.
But I mean, there's games that we should have lost. Well, conceded 3 or 4 goals, and it's just because we've had Dubravka in goal who saved us like time and time again. So I don't know. I think we'll be fine, but I don't think it's going to be anything interesting to watch.
Just bringing Joelinton though. You need a new striker though, I reckon.
Well, as Tom just mentioned about the fan, if there's no fans there, maybe he'll feel less pressure. Because in training, I've seen videos of him doing good things, but obviously he's been woeful this season. I think he scored 1 goal and I think maybe an assist or something.
Tottenham away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
You can hope that maybe he's going to find form when there's no pressure on him, but I'm not expecting anything. And I think Andy Carroll's fit again now, so.
Andy Carroll. I love Andy Carroll.
Yes.
Big man.
Take him on the line, Conal. Would you have him at Wolves over Jimenez then?
Not over Jimenez.
You were singing his praises. just a minute ago.
No, I don't have he's a good backup.
So you'd have him.
Yeah,
I don't think Andy Carroll would. I don't think he'd suit that Mexican wrestling mask, to be honest.
No,
quite like Jimenez.
It's not his style, really, is it? Still have it. Andy Carroll's best moment was when he turned up to the wedding in his full tracksuit, I reckon.
I've never seen that.
You've not seen that?
No.
He went to someone's wedding. There's a picture. He went to a friend's wedding. They were in their suit and everything, and he's got his full West Ham tracksuit on. I'll send it to Conal. Conal can put it. If you're watching this on YouTube, can you put this in, Conal?
Yeah.
I feel like people need to see this picture. Yeah,
I've
Andy
never
Carroll
seen
in his.
this.
Yeah, just at a wedding in his full West Ham tracksuit. So I feel like
Have you seen his old MySpace account?
Yeah.
No.
Favorite film, The Jungle Book, unreal movie, and then
he's got a lot of time for a Jungle Book.
Yeah.
It's Jordan Henderson. He had one of that, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's most
Things he loves most in the world is like playing for Sunderland and my girl or something like that. God.
Brilliant.
And he's going to lift the Premier League trophy. Potentially, definitely.
Does that mean we're moving on to Alex now, is it?
That's what that was the little segue into it. You know?
I mean, 2 games to win, and plus if Arsenal beat City, which could happen.
Not gonna happen.
I've never heard your voice go so high in your life.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Well, they lost to Brentford, didn't they, Arsenal?
Yeah, 3-2. But doesn't really matter, does it, that?
Thing is, I reckon there'll be fans outside the ground at Goodison on Sunday. If we win it, there'll be no chance that people won't, be there.
That will be the first real test in terms of what they're worried about in terms of mass gatherings, isn't it? To do with football, I think, if anything. So that'll be interesting.
Coventry City had like a bit of a promotion party, didn't they?
Yeah, in town, didn't they?
Stuff. Yeah, so it's going to happen at the end of the day.
Yeah. What do you reckon will happen? Do you reckon if they get wind of it? So if Arsenal beat City and then it's Liverpool can win the league against Everton, do you reckon there's a chance that game gets postponed or something because they'll be worried about the sheer amount of people which will turn up at Goodison? You're right. I mean, you're talking thousands, Will.
Yeah.
It's a club the size of Liverpool, haven't won the league in 30 years. I think
At
they're
Everton
naive
as well,
to
isn't it?
think. Yeah, at Everton. They're naive to think that people aren't going to make the 5-minute journey to go stand outside the ground to watch them win the league.
Well, no, most Liverpool fans come up from London, don't they?
Oh, that was a cheap dig, that was.
But no, yeah, it'll be a test for them, I'm sure. But yeah, they could possibly postpone it because they're definitely not doing neutral venues anymore or grounds or anything.
I don't think so.
No,
because there's not been much talk about it recently, has there? After
No.
there was, but yeah, I suppose they're not. But yeah, they've probably got something in line because they obviously have to think about that. But whether it's a good enough plan, then I doubt it. But
the policing means that they won't. You probably won't be able to get near Goodison on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that means that everyone will be in like Stanley Park, won't they? Which is right next to it.
They'll be everywhere,
which is where people will be. Everyone crowded round in the park, around someone's phone, watching the game. Stay at home.
As they lose 2 to Everton.
Everyone's got that long walk back through the park and everything. Nightmare.
Brilliant.
Could you imagine if we actually bottled the league?
I'd love it.
You've done it once. You've done it once. You could do it again.
Yeah, this is a mission to bottle.
I'm not even that. At this point, I'm not even that bothered. At the end of the day, they're just the quarantine champions of the Premier League. It's not even a full Premier League season with fans. That's the way you can. The quarantine champions, little asterisk league.
It still counts, kind of. I'd be lying if I said it's not like it's the same. But
it has taken the
hasn't it? So
yeah,
it's weird how it's obviously been so many years and there's been so many seasons it could have happened. Really, I mean, obviously but they've been in the mix pretty much every season. They barely finished out the top 4 really, and the season that they do win the league is a season that like the only ever season that the league gets cancelled halfway through and then resumes. It's
mad.
Weird, isn't it? It's
crazy
how things work out. Yeah,
Leeds.
Both teams that get the most.
Yeah, we'd love to see it.
Should we move on? Should we move on there to the championship then?
We can do. We can do.
We don't have to.
Who's going up then? Leeds?
West Brom and Leeds. It's got to be, isn't it? I can't see Fulham catching them. I can't see us catching them. I can't see Brentford catching them. Preston. I think it is going to be Fulham and Leeds. No, sorry, West Brom and Leeds. Not Fulham. Jesus. And then, in the playoffs, it'll be a tough. It could go anywhere in the playoffs, couldn't it? I don't even know if we'll make the playoffs yet. We've still got some tough games coming up. Really tough games.
Who have you got left?
We've got the likes of Fulham, Derby, Bristol City.
You've still
Preston.
got the top 6.
We've got 2 or 3 of them, I think. Well, there or thereabouts anyway. But I don't know. I think we'll be able to start telling first few games back. We'll start to get an idea of what's going on again. Who's the fittest? Who's the most on it? And hopefully it is us. Usually going off starts of the seasons, we're all right. So I'm feeling like if it's a bit of a start season thing, we could be slightly better. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I think. Hopefully Cashy comes back and just scores goals as well as defends.
Forest to finally get to play at the new Wembley then.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That's left
sort of subject, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's if we make it. Like I said, I think it'll be difficult. And I wouldn't be too disheartened if we didn't go. Like Max said last year, I wouldn't be too disheartened if we didn't make it to the playoffs because of the whole situation, not being able to actually see it. But obviously, I would still want to see us go up and go to the Prem. But
that's what I hear. I always hear people saying, I'm not asked if we go up because I'm not there, but surely you'd rather...
it's not the same, though. It's really not the same.
It's not the same, but surely you'd rather watch next season in the Prem with fans.
Yeah, but how much will I get to watch next season as well? How much of it will
if fans are allowed to like January.
But it's still it's your first season back in the Prem after 21 years, and you still can't go to the first game in the Prem. That's still a bit of a you're getting half the season basically.
I think people get over it, to be honest.
I'd get over it, but
would you rather get promoted this year behind closed doors or spend another 4 or 5 years stuck in a championship trying to get
I'll go up, all right? I'll go up.
Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers, mate.
The same thing is, if I was watching the game on Sky at home, see us win, I'll go, right, I'm off to bed now. Night, everyone. We're Premier League, brilliant. No, I'm joking. That wouldn't happen, would it? I'll drink a few more, but no, guilty, yeah. But no, like I said, it's not ideal. But if we did go up, then it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Right, I feel like it's time for some next on the line predictions here. So we'll start with the Premier League.
Sorry, what about Man United?
Hang on, whoa! I'm expecting big things as well, you know.
Conal bet one house that Wolves are finishing in the top 4. I'll bet 2 houses, even though I live in one. I'll bet my house I live in Stonehouse and the house I live in Birmingham. United are getting top 4. Easy. I'll go
Yeah.
homeless
I
for
think
this,
you could.
mate.
I think you could as well.
Well, who's going to be on?
Liverpool and City first and second. Wolves third.
Now,
Man
actually,
United
I'll
fourth.
tell you what. I have a funny feeling might
So
happen.
Leicester just
United's going to come fifth, win the FA Cup, and win the Europa League.
No,
like they
we're
did a
going to
few
win the
seasons
Europa
ago
League.
and get top four.
Wow.
We're going to win the Europa League.
Not messing around.
so much delusion in this call.
Europa League, you win that in like November, though. That's the problem. By the time that's done.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to get one or over the Europa League or FA Cup. Potentially, obviously, like I said, both, but that's just being hopeful. I think FA Cup is probably likely. I could see us winning the FA Cup, to be honest. I think
We're
that's
still in the FA
probably-
Cup.
Oh yeah, Newcastle.
we're definitely winning it then. That's even more to it. No doubt
Well,
about it.
will they have the takeover
I'll say
done by
that.
then or not?
Oh yeah, the takeover
Don't
as well.
change it. They
Ever
have Mbappe up front in the FA Cup final, are they? Takeover or not, they're still going to have the same Joelinton, Matt Ritchie, same
Yeah.
Maxim.
What I am interested to see with Man United is Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. I think that could really get things going for
Oh, yeah,
United.
because
I
that
don't
that
think
link-up
you-
play.
It's not going to work.
I don't
be
think you'll
brilliant.
see them play as much
No.
as people think you'll see them play together.
No.
I think with the amount of games, I think you'll see them play together a few times. I think a lot of the time it's going to be one or the other, to be honest.
I'm not excited now.
Yeah, get your
Afraid to
get your
see
hopes down, mate. Yeah, don't get excited. It's not worth it.
Did you,
But no,
did you
I-
see that? Did you see that
Go on.
link-up play on?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like United Twitter
It's
account.
embarrassing,
Put it
mate.
out. Oh
That was
my
embarrassing.
There's
It's
been
nearly
some
as bad as
embarrassing
the
Liverpool
Lovren.
ones.
You see
Not,
the
yeah, I
Lovren
was going
one?
to say not as embarrassing as the Lovren one.
There was that one and the Henderson one as well. Henderson one was just literally like he got the ball and he passed it 5 yards. They were like, Henderson, our captain.
The Lovren one, though, I saw about 5 times. No, even more than 5 times. I still can't get what was the point they were trying to make. Like, what did he do?
He hasn't
literally
lost his
just
passing
touched
range.
the ball.
Controlled it.
He it wasn't like it wasn't a skill or anything. He just touched the ball, turned back, and went the other way. Like,
No, but it was
like,
the fact the
literally
pass. After the pass, he had to sprint the other way because I think the pass was short. He literally belted it as he passed it.
God. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah.
I think general, it's a good point making because some of the highlight things I've seen from some of these friendlies, like the United one from the West Brom one, some of the clips they chose to use was just like, who's edited this? There was one, and it was like one of the match moments. It was Eric Bailly, and he literally he got the ball in his own box and then cleared it away, like under no pressure. I was thinking, what was impressive about that? Every time someone drilled it straight at the keeper. Every time someone literally just passed it off 5 yards, that Pogba and Bruno one, link-up play. Like, at the end of the day, he's put that shot miles wide. We've lost 2-1 to West Brom. It's not really the time to be posting those videos. Yeah,
He did lose.
the moment I'm only wanting to see videos of this Marcus Rashford. Everything else is irrelevant at the moment. King Marcus Rashford. Apart from that, now
He is flying this lockdown. His PR team, all that sort of stuff, must love it as well. They've super.
he loves it. Good bloke. He just does seem like it. Like to an extent, I think it is a lot of like a PR team going right. You know what the reputation is around black footballers, and especially someone like you who's at the top for England and Man United. Like, if you do these things, it'll help steer away. Because if he wasn't doing those things, you'd see also. I bet you probably at one point in lockdown, I don't want to like accuse him of anything. He's probably broke the lockdown.
I think everyone probably has.
Like everyone else has. If he hadn't all that good PR team, that would have been all over the papers and everything. I think it's just, and it's sad really that it has to come to that. He has to do those type of things so that he's not painted in that light as a young footballer. But I mean, if he wasn't doing those things, you'd see stories about what cars he drives, the fact he's got a massive house and everything. Because he's doing those things, it's like, and he does those things, I think, genuinely because he's a good person. Like, it doesn't seem like it's sort of like, it's just PR and everything. But at the same time, he needs to do those things. Which is
he strongly believes in it all, doesn't he?
really.
He strongly believes in all the things he's trying to promote and back because of what he's had in his upbringing as well, I think. So, fair play to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's obviously a good player. So happy that he plays for United, you know. I think anyone, truthfully, if they were speaking, would take him at their club.
No.
Don't say he played for Forest.
Lewis Grassett, Amiobi.
I was going to say, he's not getting in over El Ghazi.
Even in like the top teams, I mean, I don't think he starts at Liverpool, but I think he's there or thereabouts in most
he'd be.
started lineups, to be honest. Even just as a player, if you take away all the off the field stuff, as a player, I think he's quality. I mean, at his age and everything.
Yeah.
So that's it. Marcus Rashford, top scorer, United, top 4, FA Cup, Europa League. If we're doing big predictions here, we'll get it all on the line.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And Marcus Rashford, someone who I think I've had leading my line in the fantasy football as well.
Oh.
All the seamless links here today.
Marcus
You don't get
Rashford.
better than this. Marcus Rashford in your fantasy team. I'll give you that as a plug. Get the apps ready. Obviously, for those who watch this podcast, we've been doing this season in our little fantasy league, and then coming in each week giving you advice. Probably don't follow it because we're not the best at the game, but advice on who you should put in, who you should take out, and trying to be competitive for the whole season. I mean, the tail of the season, I think Alex Noonan seemed to be running away with it for the first however many months. Cruise control was a very apt title for his team because he was in cruise control for a long time. I mean, but then from the back of the pack, I came racing up. Conal Blanchett, he had a solid Christmas break. Second half of the season, he's raced ahead, and Alex finds himself on the bottom of the pile, I think.
I'm alive, I can't,
He's got bigger fish to fry. I'd take being last in the league for my team to win the actual league, to be honest. Fantasy or the actual Premier League, I mean. Very true, isn't it? So, has everyone made changes, and who's looking like
many?
I'm just talking about your front runners. Who are your big bankers who, they're doing well at the end of the season?
I'm that far ahead. I'm not sure I need to make any changes, to be honest. But
Anyway,
my bankers. I've got a few bankers. Midfield is strong. Strong here. I've got Mane currently for this game week. Mane, Grealish, De Bruyne, John Fleck, Bruno Fernandes.
You've gone strong on the double game week, then?
Yeah, I thought better get the points in. But it's big. It's really. I think Bruno Fernandes is going to be my big guy. He's got to be.
Harvey, these aren't really like hidden gems. They're just the best players in the league, aren't they?
And that's what you need. That's what you need. I'm not here for hidden gems. I'm not taking any risks here with, I don't know, bloody Deeney up top, and he gets subbed off in the first 10 minutes because he don't want to play because of coronavirus. I'm not getting involved in that. I'm sticking with the players that want to play.
I've got a question for Tom. I've got Grealish as captain. Good decision or?
Oh, mate, so have I.
Yeah, it's double game week, isn't it? Chelsea.
I did think about it.
I put Super John McGinn as well. So Grealish, John
no,
McGinn
no,
in the midfield.
I thought about him, but I thought I don't think he's ready yet. Still, I think he's not.
What do you mean
fully
you don't
there,
think he's ready?
I heard he played half an hour. I heard he played half an hour against West Brom the other day.
Yeah,
that's not enough. After being out for 3 months, whatever.
How do you know what he's been doing?
Because the game's 90 minutes.
Maybe just, getting bodies on the pitch. He's going to be raring to go, mate.
There's no chance he'll be playing 90 minutes, though.
Oh, he will.
No, he won't. Five subs.
Five subs.
No chance.
We've got no one else on the bench to replace him that's any better, so I think he will.
He's not fit. They've got to protect him 2 games a week as well, basically.
Get Dean Smith on.
Dino, get Terry on. Probably do some good.
He definitely wears the kit under that tracksuit anyway.
Oh yeah,
he's just been waiting for this. Sub us on, give us a go. Didn't he say that he wasn't going to play anyway? Villa went ages ago. Didn't he say when Villa got to the Premier League he wasn't going to play because he didn't want to play Chelsea?
He wasn't going to play just Chelsea. He was not going to play against Chelsea. That was
he wanted a clause in his contract, didn't he?
Grow up. Lampard scored against Chelsea, for God's sake. That is poor.
I saw someone on football Twitter the other day say Lampard was the greatest one-club man player ever, because it was a thing about Giggs getting presented by Bilbao. He got like the one-club man award, and then some guy like seriously was like, Lampard was a better one-club man than Giggs, and someone literally just replied back, didn't he score for City against Chelsea? It's like, Yeah, but
Oh,
he
yeah,
was at the
yeah.
end of his career then anyway. All right, great.
Don't count.
Yeah,
and
one club man is like to that hand, to be honest.
Yeah, he was only a young lad at West Ham as well, so it doesn't really matter.
And he played for LA Galaxy as well, didn't?
But
No,
that's
it
just-
wasn't. It was New York when.
Yeah,
New
that's
York,
just a
yeah.
retirement home. That's just a retirement home. It's fine.
4 teams, God. Where were we? Fantasy
I'm afraid.
football.
Yeah.
Back to fantasy football. Anyone else got some great shouts for the rest of the season? Conal,
No.
come on now. You're the leader.
No,
Should
not
we
me.
be looking at any Wolves players, Conal?
No. I've got
I
two.
reckon,
Seems you're going to go unbeaten.
yeah. Jimenez,
I better make a whole
Jimenez
team.
and Adama, I reckon.
I took Adama out.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
Not for me, mate.
I don't know. You've got to be thinking these 5 subs, you know.
It's-
Adama Traore is a super sub. If he don't play, he's coming on as one of those 5 subs.
Yeah.
They'll probably only save him to be one of the 5 subs, to be honest.
yeah,
Get
I
those
reckon
tired legs.
they'll definitely take him
I
off pretty much
I
every
can
day.
just see
yeah.
it now. Adama Traore running at a tired Matty Target.
I was going to say,
Oh.
Leave. I've got Target here.
if he starts like a train, there is not going to be
He's cheap.
anybody who is going to stop him.
Oh, well, we'll see
And
about that.
Liverpool really will be after him after that.
Well, let's go to this
Honestly.
week's special guest, Mark. Who at Newcastle should we be looking at for
Joelinton.
potential fantasy picks? Who's going to have
Not
a good
Joelinton.
end of the season? Not
I
Joelinton.
think the obvious man is Saint Maximin. I think.
Is it
When
Is he
my
going to
turn?
last more than? Would he last more than
Well-
2 games or not?
I mean, it's worth the risk, I think, because when he does play, everything goes through him. Like, give him the ball, let him run, and hope he scores. Or set
And
someone up.
Almiron as well.
And Almiron, yeah, but I mean,
Miggy.
he gets enough chances every game. It's just whether he can score them. But it took him till what? It took 20
Took him ages.
to score his first goal.
Scored against
yeah.
us. Unbelievable.
Shock.
I don't know. I think
It was actually a good finish
Almiron's
as
a
well.
decent shout as well.
Mark,
Yeah.
do you reckon St Maximin will stay?
I think, yeah.
Some people will be after him.
I think this season, yeah, because I don't think he's really shown fully what he can do. And also, if this takeover does go through, you know, it's been so long, but if it does go through, hopefully we'll be bringing in good players and things like that will make him want to stay. Maybe.
Something I've seen with Newcastle and the takeover. Everything to do with the takeover is just hashtag cans on
Cans,
Twitter.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that literally just waiting for it to come through?
It's
So
just
everyone just.
when it
get
gets
the cans
announced, everyone's on the cans. I think, yeah.
I did find that quite funny. It'll just reply in hashtag cans.
Anything related, because I mean, you see about 5 of the same reports from different papers every week, and every time I see it on Twitter, it's replying with, "Is it time for cans yet? Is it cans? Cans?" Like,
Brilliant.
I've seen a few journalists get there's a bit of a battle going on with Newcastle fans and some journalists. I think a bit touchy about the takeover, whether it's going to happen or not.
yeah, I think just because it's been drawn out for so long, and there's so many contradictory stories that have been released, people are just getting frustrated with it. And it's the journalists that are just reporting about Newcastle, I think, normally are the ones that get the stick. But yeah, I don't know. They're doing a job, aren't they?
It is that, isn't it?
So neck on the line then, because we've been a podcast today with neck on the line predictions. Newcastle takeover goes through or doesn't go through?
I think it goes through. Yeah.
Yay, cans.
Yeah.
Oh God, I feel like that might be an apt place to leave it. So thank you for tuning in to
I think
this.
we've got. By the way, I think we've got a title. It's just neck on the line or something like that.
Neck on the line, neck on the line predictions. That's
Hashtag
it.
Bold
cans.
predictions.
That's all it is. You got. I think you've got to be bold or go home. You got to go big, because in these situations you can't just be there. No, we might not get top 4. No, you got to say you're getting top 4. You're not getting top 4. You're getting relegated or you're not getting relegated. You're getting the cans out or you're not getting the cans out.
Sorry, just before we finish, should we go to everyone and say what their team's going to do and see how close we get?
Go on then.
But where you think?
The ultimate neck on the line prediction.
This is it.
Where does your team finish in the league? Position wise?
Who are we starting with?
We'll start down bottom with Alex.
Yeah,
Alex, fuck off. Second.
I can honestly see us getting first. I'm not going to lie.
Bloody that's bold. That is. What
What
about Champions League, mate? What about Champions League? Oh, you're out. Oh,
yeah.
there it goes.
Oh, see what Wembley have it. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on, are we?
Conal, neck on the line.
Top
No one's
four
already told us all.
and Europa League final, possibly winners.
I love it. The final
Confident.
and possibly winners. Like, getting to
Yeah.
the finals, not the hard bit. Like,
Well, no,
I know
yeah.
we'll get to the final, no doubt about it. We'll win the next however
I don't want
many
to push the
games,
boat out
just
too far,
winners.
just in case.
There's no
Oh,
point
no,
saying
don't-
finalists. You might as well
I think
say
you've already
winners.
done that, mate. Don't worry.
Go on then, Tom. Villa, up, stay up, go down.
17.
Ooh.
Oh.
Goal difference. Goal difference.
All right,
17.
who's going to go down then, Tom?
Norwich, Bournemouth, and Watford.
Oh,
I'm sure
Where's
about
West
that.
Ham coming that? Where's West Ham coming then?
West Ham finish above you?
Yeah, 16th.
Jeez. Oh dear.
That's bold.
Right.
Yeah, it's like as if I've had that written down. Like, I was actually thinking, who's below us? I don't know. I'm thinking it. Norwich.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a prediction. That's a prediction pulled out of nowhere if I've ever seen one. To be honest,
We're gonna have to come back to this stuff, aren't we? After it's
Go
all
on.
done, we have to. I'd probably go with Forest to get playoffs. Do we get to the final? Doubt it. But if we do, we lose in the final to Fulham. But,
doesn't matter anyway. She's not going up.
I do think playoffs, and we won't go up.
See, I have Fulham as going
Ooh.
up as well. I think
I
Fulham,
think they're
West
just
Brom.
too good. They're just too good on
Yeah.
their day, aren't they?
I don't know. I think Brentford might do it, you know.
No, we beat them twice this season, mate.
Right.
Boring. Easy.
Quickly before we end, Mark.
I think we'll be where we are now, 13th, but I reckon we might shit ourselves our way through to an FA Cup final. Maybe.
Brilliant.
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
That'd be good. And for me, United are going to get top four, win the FA Cup, and go out the Europa League at the semi-finals.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
that was very accurate. If I call that
As if
magic, man,
scripted.
mate.
Lottery numbers.
Absolutely scripted. Right, just worry about time finishing it. So we'll wrap it up now. So cheers. Thank you for Mark for joining us.
Cheers, lads.
If you like this, we'll try to get some more guest fans of the podcast on to sort of join in with this bit of football chat every now and again. Mark, you're more than welcome to come on again in the future, and we'll see if
Cheers,
your
lads.
Newcastle predictions come through, especially
Oh, yeah.
if Newcastle get the takeover.
Bring
Make
another
sure
signed
you
card.
like the podcast on YouTube, subscribe to us, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, listen to the podcast on Spotify, and we'll be back with another episode next week. So thank you, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jordan.
Yeah.
Stay safe, everyone, and keep listening to A View from the Stands. Cheers.
That concludes this week's episode. Thank you again to Mark for joining us. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. You can also listen to our episodes on Spotify and keep up to date with us lads on our socials. Thank you for listening and see you next time.
And in comes Hurst. He's got some dribbler on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now